good morning. I'm Harriet, and my team are here to present ACES. So our fans are our biggest advertisers. The way to reach them is meeting them where they already are, on social media platforms they use every day. The digital landscape is changing. Audiences don't want to just consume content anymore, they want to participate. What they value is authentic, fan-driven content and real-life experiences. When we enable user-generated content, we create a powerful cycle. Fans engage, create, share, and organically attract other fans. Growth becomes community-driven, not just brand-driven. But scaling that is a challenge. We can't simply hire more people to manually monitor, engage, and post across platforms. The current model does not scale. To unlock true growth, we need a smarter, more scalable way to activate and sustain fan co-creation, because we're losing the speed race in the digital paddock. Imagine Sarah, a 22-year-old Aston Martin fan. She represents millions of passionate fans creating incredible content every day. But today, too many of these moments go unnoticed. Now I'll pass on to Lena to talk about the blueprint for growth.
Thanks, Harriet. Before jumping straight to the solution, we need to rethink the problem, not outside the box, but inside it, using what we already know works. We've seen this transformation before. In 2017, Formula One was valued at around $8 billion. Viewership was declining, fan engagement was dropping, and the sport was losing its relevance. Then Liberty Media acquired F1 and made a fundamental shift from a broadcast-first model to a fan-first digital ecosystem. They opened access, empowered teams and fans to create content, and leaned into our F1 community. The result, F1 is now valued at over $23 billion with a rapidly growing fan base globally. Aston Martin followed a similar path. In 2021, the I Am initiative placed the community at the heart of brand moving, from storytelling to enabling fans like Sarah to be a part of them. Since then, the brand has grown from roughly $450 million to over $3.2 billion in 2026. So this isn't theoretical, we already have a proven model. The opportunity now is clear. If we can remove the content co-creation bottleneck, scale, we can unlock an even greater value from our fans and our brand. The next step, taking a model that works and scaling it exponentially through AI. Now to DayX.
Yeah, so I'm here to introduce ACES, our agentic customer engagement and acquisition system. So this isn't another marketing platform or an AI assistant. ACES is an autonomous growth engine. It transforms customers' digital presence from a brand that talks to users to a brand that grows with the users. It transforms, ACES is powered by a network of intelligent AI agents that work continuously across social media platforms to identify new fans which can be converted to our loyal fan base. Instead of relying on traditional marketing funnels, ACES creates a loop where the existing fans create content, user-generated content, which is then used to attract more users and make them our own customer base. Now, rather than explaining ACES a bit more, we can go through a demo and then we'll explain a bit more. Yeah. So now we're going to go through the architecture for ACES. So basically, think of ACES as a digital employee workforce. So this architecture you're seeing here has like 8 agents. So basically in your mind, you can keep them as 8 digital employees. So basically each of these employees have clear roles which are assigned to them. So basically if you go back to the case study which you have of Sarah, a 22-year-old girl who is doing let's say mechanical engineering and who's interested in F1 race. So in the current situation, she goes to one of the races and makes some content, and she posts it on, let's say, Instagram. And in that case, that content is only shown to her followers and maybe using some more followers using the algorithm. After implementing ACRs, the monitoring agent, which is a digital worker, looks at all of these different kinds of social media apps and sees that Sarah has tagged Aston Martin. Now, we can do it because all of these social media platforms have APIs. So just like us humans have the apps and website, the social media has already made APIs for the agents to use. So basically, the monitoring agent can take that content and send it to the evaluator agent, and the evaluator agent is going to take that content and analyze it properly. So basically, it can evaluate that the age is the content she generated is for the age group between, let's say, 22 to 30. It's mainly targeted at women, and then it can store that in our database. And then the strategy agent can work with the human in the loop. So basically, let's say if you have a new brand partner, like let's say a Nike comes in, and they are saying that we want to sponsor you, but we want a bit more, let's say, younger, woman-led audience. So the strategy agent can work with the human in the loop, and then send those commands to the publisher agents. Then the publisher agents and editing agents work together and make new content using the content provided from the user. And also we can also use licensed content, and that is posted. Now just imagine, Sarah is just one person. With this system here, we can scale it to multiple personas, multiple categories of people. Now, they went through the problem statement, the persona, we went through the blueprint, and I went through the solution. Now we can see the outcome. I'm passing on to William.
ACOS scales a proven fan-first growth model with AI-powered digital agents, inspired by the approach that helped grow F1's enterprise value from 8 billion to 23 billion, and Aston Martin's F1 valuation from 450 billion to 3.2 billion. ACOS delivers the equivalent of 15 agent digital workforce for approximately 1,260 to 3,600 per month. By automating content discovery, community engagement, and growth 24/7, brands can achieve scalable agentic growth at a fraction of the cost of expanding traditional marketing teams. Now passing over to
We decided to upgrade the website rather than build a new one. Let me show you Sarah's experience with the website. Sarah starts on the main page where the website introduces our mascot, Wingman. Instead of just reading static information, she can use Wingman, our AI fan companion, to understand the sport in a more interactive way. For example, we go to Wingman reports. Sarah gets personalized race analysis, strategies, driver performance, and technical insight, explained in a fan-friendly way. And in Car Dynamics Lab, Wingman explained F1 topics like airflow, downforce, DRS, and braking in a simple visualization. And if we go to race voting, Sarah then can predict races in joint communities and earn coins that can be redeemed for merch and member perks. Finally, through membership and social media accounts that are connected to the website, Wingman can create a persona for Sarah and recommend merch so that the AMF1 website turns from a place fans visit into a personal fan companion that helps them learn, engage, create, and feel closer to the team. Now back to Alex for the last slide.
Yeah, so just to recap, so what you saw is the website. It's called, so basically, Aston Martin already has a fan website. It's called the I Am Initiative. So basically what we did there is basically upgrade the existing website. Because in the problem statement and also in the market criteria, you guys said you guys need to easily implement it. So basically, you guys are not going to make a new app or a new website like most of the teams are here going to say. So basically, in the architecture, if you saw, there was like a web manager agent, and that agency's job is to take care of this website. So all the data we collect from the social media pages and even all the other online platforms are then turned into this website, and which is used to give like personalized recommendations for the user. And these are some of the additional costs, like how much is going to cost to run, and also like the risk mitigation. So basically, there are some risks letting these AI agents working instead of humans. So we also have like human review systems for that. Yeah. So like to recap again, so Liberty Media Group showed us the way how to do it. Their methodology was the fan first and community-driven methodology worked, and Aston Martin refined it in 2021, and now we are going to scale it using ACS. Have any more questions?